I discovered why we need exams. And apparently no, they're not testing how well we can memorize things. It turns out there are actually 2 reasons why we have exams. And the second one might just blow your mind and change how you approach your exams. The first reason why we have exams is to test that it's actually us doing the work. All through semester we do assessments, literature reviews, essays, presentations, but there's no way for our lecturer to be sure that we did that work, that we didn't use ChatGPT, that we didn't get a friend to help, or that we didn't just copy and paste. An exam is the only way for a lecturer to be 100% sure that we did the work. And that's why lecturers say that exams are not going anywhere. And I found that helps a little bit coming into the exam period to know that. I'm just showing that it's me that did the work. But the second reason why we have exams is that they're actually testing our understanding and not our memorization. So what I mean by that is when we memorize something, we don't necessarily understand it or know it completely. A great example of this is if you try to make your favorite recipe. You haven't memorized that. You know that. So for example, if it was say spaghetti bolognese, you know that you need pasta, meat, tomato-based sauce. You know those ingredients. You haven't memorized it. In the same way that you know the steps. You know you need to get a pot out and turn the stove on and fill it with water and put it on. You know the steps because you've actively recalled that information over and over and over again, rather than just memorizing it for a test. Now the problem is if you're like me, you spend all semester just keeping up with that workload and trying to keep on top of your assessments, and you don't really get to study until you hit exam period. And then I was always just trying to put all the information into my brain for one exam, walk in, do the exam, leave, empty my brain out. Well, that's what it felt like, and then put the next lot of information in for the next exam. The problem was that was mostly just memorization, and that I wasn't really building that knowledge base within me as well as I could be. And that's why research shows us that active recall is the best way to study for exams. Active recall means that we're actively recalling the information over and over again. So rather than doing something passive like reading, maybe we're doing flashcards or saying it out loud or drawing a diagram. So it's active rather than passive. And I know the concept of exams can sometimes feel frustrating. Like, why do we really need them? I've already applied this knowledge throughout my semester and my assessments. I've found it helped to think about it like this. Would you ever want to get in a plane with a pilot flying it that hadn't passed a test? You want to know that that pilot has taken off, flown that plane and landed it under test conditions. Not being able to sit there and Google how he needs to turn that engine on or how he needs to adjust the throttle, right? We want to know that we can trust people in certain positions to know their material. And that's why we go to university. It's to become something, to have a career in whatever it is that we've chosen. So those exams are leading us to be that person, to have that knowledge base within us. Just like we wouldn't want to go to a GP and have them sit there and Google our symptoms because they don't know them, or that we wouldn't want an engineer to build a bridge if he had to Google the maths for it, that he didn't know it. So I find this really helps to face exams knowing that they're testing our understanding and that we want to understand that material, not just memorize it, so that we can be that professional, that we can know that material within us and then use it in whatever field we may have chosen. Now, if you'd like to learn how to lower the mark you need in an exam to pass, then watch this video here, where I explain how what you do during semester changes the mark you need to pass or fail your subject.